me on the tarot machine. This is your second quarter love reading for 2017, and this will be for the sign of Aquarius. So let me give these cards a shuffle. What we're going to start out with is an overall message for the quarter, and I will shuffle some cards to see what energies you'll be working with for the 3 months. Okay. The card that you have is Lift the Curse, Forgive. So what it is if you're single, it's saying if you don't get into a mind frame of thinking that everybody you're picking is bad, or they bringing bad, or whoever you get in a relationship is bringing bad vibes to the relationship, it's saying that re-examine who you getting and see if they is right for you, um or you thinking that it must be bad luck because I always get the same person. It's saying it's up to you as a person, and this is for singles, that it's up to you to pick the person that is right for you, and don't go into the attitude of when you meet somebody it's going to go all the way bad once you get involved with them. Just don't put that thought in your mind when you're meeting people and trying to be in a one-on-one relationship with them. And as a couple, it's just saying that during the quarter, if certain things is coming up that you just feel is being bad to the relationship, it or your companion is coming with certain bad aspects or qualities and trying to bring them into the relationship, kind of forgive that person, because that person could be your companion, could be reaching out to try to find something new to bring into the relationship. And don't think that because they're bringing something in a relationship that it's going to go all negative because it's something brand new or what they thought can help the relationship. Kind of forgive the situation. If it's an error in it and it just doesn't work out, just kind of say, okay, I forgive that thing, and show more compassion towards your companion. This is for singles too. Show compassion for the person that you're meeting, and just take the person as it is for that time period, and don't just cast a negative light on that person for the second quarter. And that can be for singles and people that are in a relationship. Let me go ahead and get the cards and see what you're working with. Okay. For April, for Aquarius, what they have is the Empress in reverse, the Five of Wands upright, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So, with the High Priestess in reverse, is what it's saying is that maybe single, if you're meeting people or out and about, it's saying that you're not reading the people that you're meeting to try to bring in a one-on-one relationship with, to get in a one-on-one relationship with. There is something about the people you meeting that's kind of throwing you off. You can't kind of finger where they're coming from when it's coming to a relationship, or if they're talking about a relationship. People could be um, thinking about this about you, that you're trying to figure out the person and try to pinpoint where they're coming from, or what they can bring into the relationship. But it's saying that you really is not knowing what type of person you picking up, or what kind of person is that you're being involved with. So it's just saying that you may have to practice a little more intuition when it comes to picking certain people that you want to be in a one-on-one relationship with, or you may have to try not to you should try more to figure out the person, or get find a common thread to deal with the person, or a common thread to see what you can match on with being in a relationship with them. If you are already coupled up, what it's saying is that usually the high priestess in reverse equals kind of suspicion to me. So your companion can be acting in a suspicious way, or in some kind of secretive way, that they going outside a normal relationship pattern when they dealing with you on a one-on-one. They may be doing something that they ain't never did before, and you're kind of questioning it, and you're trying to figure out what it is, and you just don't know what it is. They trying to bring something to the relationship, and you kind of find it odd, or kind of crazy, or kind of, I ain't gonna say outside of the box, because outside of the box is more experimental. It's more that they're breaking from their traditional pattern, and you're not figuring out what they're trying to do. They just leaving you with a question when it comes to your one-on-one relationships and how they interacting with you. The second card you have for April is the five of wands upright. The five of wands upright is showing me that if you're single, you're meeting a person that likes to kind of play irritating games with their companion. So what it's saying is you meeting this person, and they like the jokester, or they like to make knick-knack arguments over stuff just to arouse their companion. And that's what could be going on when you're meeting this person, or this person is getting this feeling from you that every time they mention something, you want to jump on the opposite side of it to start something. And this can also work with somebody already coupled up, that your companion could be starting little arguments, knick-knack arguments over petty stuff that has nothing to do with the situation at hand, or the situation that you both are going through as a couple, and it's kind of irritating to the relationship. And maybe that's one of these weird qualities that's coming out. If you're coupled up with the high priestess in reverse, and you're already coupled up, is one of these little things, is that, oh, they never did that before, now they doing it. And it's like you're kind of like, why they want to argue about that? That's not either here or there in our relationship. And so you could be going through that as a couple, and as being single, meeting people that like to do jump on the opposite side of what you say when it comes to anything, when it comes to a relationship. And the last card you have for April is the Six of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Cups in reverse is, if you're single, it's saying that you're going to try to step out and get a different person than the last person you had before. If you was in a relationship before, you may be single again from a relationship that you kind of got rid of, and now you saying, oh, I just don't want that same type of person in my relationship sphere. I just don't want to deal with that type of person again. So it's saying that you're going to be looking for something different, qualities in a person when it comes to you trying to have a one-on-one relationship with somebody. And if you already coupled up, it's saying that maybe with this little knick-knack argument, you're going to try to step back and not react the same way that you did before when your companion is trying to come to you with certain things. You're trying to take a different angle, and maybe that will help your relationship. Instead of kind of what I call falling for the old bait, you're trying to go past that point to see what other reaction could come about it. It could be a reaction that could throw your companion off, and they can't figure out what you're doing, or they may want to argue about it, or sometimes they will just not pay attention to it and just take it as what it is and kind of let it go and move on. But it's saying that whatever is going on, you're going to try to do something different in your relationship than what you did before when it's coming to dealing with your companion. For the month of May, what you have is the Six of Swords upright, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. So if you are single, what it's saying is you ready to venture out to new places or try to get a relationship in a new way. So it's saying that you tried the club way of meeting somebody. Now you want to try the online dating, or you want to try meeting somebody through friends. So what it's saying is you're trying to move to a certain point to get a relationship in a different type of way, and this could be um you going out to different places or venturing out, and you could be finding a potential companion or somebody you could be with when you're out and about or traveling, or just doing your everyday routine out and about. You can be meeting this person, or this person could be meeting you in a certain different way. They can be meeting you through a network of friends, or through the job, or through certain interaction outside the normal way they would usually meet a potential mate. If you already coupled up, it's saying that y'all both decided to do something new in your relationship. You decided to take it from one level and go to another level to see if it helps your relationship become better. And it's also saying usually it's the card of travel, Six of Swords. Maybe it's saying that it's time for you as a couple to go out and do see new sights, and maybe the new sights that you see or the new adventures you both put yourselves into as a couple can bring some kind of new energy into your relationship. The next card you have for May is the King of Pentacles in reverse. And I do not like the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse is if you're single, you meeting somebody with a bad spending habit. They have no solid foundation, no prospects of the future. They kind of loosey goosey with their finances, and they could be the gold digger. They could be looking for people to pay for their thrill, basically. So basically, if you get in a relationship with this person, they want you to kick up all the coins for everything. Or they could be a Scrooge like person and don't want to kick up the coins when it comes to you doing stuff as a couple, or saying you go out for dinner, they want you to pay for it, or they want you to um finance everything for their entertainment, basically. And they will call that a relationship, or that's a component of their relationship. They may be thinking about this from you, or you could meet a person like this. And as a couple, what it's saying is that one of you in a relationship is not being very wise with what you built together. What it's saying is that they going out of control. And say if you built a bank account together, they're going out maybe buying things or spending money on things that could be used for something else and not telling you, or they may have a buying habit and they're trying to hide it from you, or they could be just not too wise when it comes to what they call as couple finances. And that could be happening within the relationship to kind of make it a put a negative stain on the relationship, or it could be throwing a monkey wrench in your relationship, because it could be that's what could be bringing up the petty arguments, because you just found out and made that they did all this kind of stuff. You was arguing about it, and they kind of went out of control with it, and you probably got a note of it. So is what it's saying is that you may have to kind of tighten the rim up on what is going on in your relationship, as it when it pertains to both of you. The last card you have is the Hierophant in reverse. A Hierophant in reverse is usually in the upright is usually a card that you are religiously tied, or you have a lot of faith or whatever. If you're single, is what it's saying is you could be meeting a person that's not very traditional, or they're not very religious, or they kind of have a unorthodox way of their faith. If you're looking for a companion that's more faith based, whoever you're going to meet in May, or the people you will meet in May, don't display a traditional faith based practice, or they may not be traditional in a way they go about their relationship. And you may meet people that may be thinking about this about you, because Aquarius is usually outside of the box on all kind of thinking, and that's including religion. So you may be meeting somebody that's looking at you like that, wow, you're kind of way out the box. Where is the common line? And basically, that they can try to meet you on to try to start up some kind of relationship with you, because you're not following a what is called a traditional format of courtship. And they may be looking at you, or you may be looking see a person that's like that. As a couple, what it's saying is more that, not that you're not into faith or anything, it's saying that you may decide to do non-traditional things to spark up your relationship. I ain't saying you jumping out to be a freak in a box, but it's saying that you're going to try to do different things outside the norm to interject some kind of energy into your relationship. It may be from a suggestion from a friend or whatever, but it's something that is probably never been done before in your relationship, but you're trying to bring something different outside the norm into your relationship to help build it to be solid. For the last month and a quarter, it will be June, what you have is the Nine of Wands in the upright, the King of Wands in the upright, and you have the Moon upright. So with singles, with the Nine of Wands upright, it's saying during all you trying to find a relationship with a person to be in a one-on-one, what it's saying is you're going to take time and step back to double check what avenues you've been down, what type of people you were already involved with in the past, and you kind of slowing it down to do a double check of um certain people you have in mind to be in a relationship. You kind of second guessing them, but you really slowing down, and it's not slowing down to second guess that person you're trying to be in a relationship with. It's you're slowing down to kind of double check yourself to make sure whoever you're trying to get in a relationship one on one is the right person for you, and if they're not following these old things that you did before, you're trying to double check. It's sort of like a mental list you're checking off about the person that you is trying to be involved with, via versus what you already been involved with when it comes to being in a one-on-one relationship. If you already couple up, it's saying that you're slowing down the relationship to try to give it some room and some air so it can kind of ride itself out, and you're double checking what's been going good and what's been going bad in the relationship, and trying to keep a mental note just to make sure those things are not popping up again when it comes later on in your relationship. The second card you have is the King of Wands in the upright. King of Wands is a person with a lot of drive and a lot of ambition. So if you're single, you could be meeting this King of Wands that has a lot of ambition about themselves. They very informational. They not really like in their head like Aquarius, but they know a lot of information. They're a helpful person when it comes to getting some kind of concrete information. They are a person of study, so they know a lot of stuff, and they can help you out, and they have a lot of passion and drive about themselves, and they like to go out, rush, and get it. So that's what type of person they is. So they may be thinking about that with you, or if they try to get in a relationship with you, or you trying to get in a relationship with this type of person. When it comes to you already being coupled up, what is showing me is that you or your companion is just going to get this drive about themselves, and just have this kind of way about going about stuff that's a little bit different. It's going to be more of, when it comes to you and your relationship, is saying that the drive they're gonna have and the information they're gonna have is basically stuff that they want to do to help the relationship be more solid and be more together. They're gonna put a lot of energy to it. They're gonna be eager to do it. If you bring it up and say, "Oh, we can do this," they're gonna be game to do it, to see where it goes. And but they're gonna be really enthusiastic about it. They're gonna be a type of person that's gonna be willing to try it, and they're gonna be game to do it if it helps the relationship. The last card you have is the Moon upright. So what it is if you're single, whoever you're meeting is saying that they might be hiding information about themselves, or they're not telling you everything about themselves. They leaving certain things about themselves out the picture, and I don't know if they're doing it to make themselves seem better than what they is, or they leaving certain things out to paint a different picture. If you're trying to get them to be in a relationship with you, they're leaving certain details about themselves out, or you meeting a person that may feel like you're leaving certain details about yourself when they come in to be in a relationship with you. They saying that they may find you being kind of sneaky, not really more being devious. It's more of leaving out stuff, not giving the other person a full picture of how you is as a whole person. And you may be finding that out about somebody else that you meet them, and it just seems like it's gaps in their story, or there's gaps in their relationship past, or and you're trying to figure it out. And that's why you may be, by June, it may be like you started talking to this person towards the end of April, and you're just not figuring out why this person is relationship timeline is not sounding right. And it's because they may be, by the time June hits around, you probably figure out, oh, they leaving out something for some particular reason. And for somebody that's already coupled up, what it's saying is that you or your companion is not telling a full story on a certain situation that is involved with your relationship as a one-on-one. You may not expose your true feelings about how somebody is acting in a relationship. You're trying to keep it reserved, or your companion may feel like you're hiding something from them, some pertaining information to help the relationship be better. And it could be with your finances, it could be with your children, it could be with yourself, it could be with them, the way you think about them, some outside friends that's being involved with your. It seems like if something is being left out, they may be questioning you about it, but you're not going all the way through with telling them everything that you know, or everything that you feel. And it might be like you're reserving some of your feelings for a later time, to bring it up later, to hope that the issue won't bring up no fights. Or it could be, that it sends somebody in a certain way. So, and with the lift, the curse, and forgive, maybe that's one of those things that you might as well tell it and hope that your companion can forgive you on whatever you saying. And this can be for singles too. You may have to present certain information that you don't want to, and just see where the chips lie, and maybe the person can forgive you on what has been done in the past, because you do have the six of cups and for this month they can forgive you in the past and let the issue ride. But technically speaking, this reading is not bad. It's just that it's certain information that is being left out when you meeting somebody. And the people that you're meeting, it seems like more of you're meeting the same type of people, and it's not, then you're not breaking a tie of meeting the same type of people. That's if you're single. And if you're coupled up, it seems like the same patterns are is going around in your relationship. And because you want something new in it, because you got the six of swords in the upright, and you have the six of cups in the reverse, wanting something new, something old. So it seems like it's an old pattern that is happening in your relationship, and it may have something to do with a secret. The suggestion is just drop it on the table, and then hope that the person will give forgiveness on the situation, and then you can move on and go ahead and keep building your relationship to a positive level. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe, leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.